Are you confused about the language of the ATM business? If you are, stay to the end of the video and I'm gonna give you this tip and trick. If you're a seasoned veteran, please join our exclusive network because I'm in there. I'm gonna show you all the secrets of how we set up a mobile event. So please join our exclusive network. All right, number one, ISO. What is an ISO? ISO is an independent sales organization. Usually PDQ is an ISO. It's a company who got registered with the sponsor bank. Our sponsor bank is, shout out to PB&T, Pueblo Bank and Trust, they used to be called. There are 4 or 5 sponsor banks out there. What happens is a company like us, we decide to get registered with the networks. We have to go through a sponsor bank, and again, that's PB&T. And that allows us to resell processing. We have a contractual agreement with Visa, MasterCard, NiceSeries, Pulse, and all the other banks through PB&T. We get audited on a yearly basis, and that allows us again to resell the processing for everybody who wants to get into the ATM business. And that term is ISO. Number 2, agent. We resell the processing to an agent. The agent is you. You are an agent. You are a person who decides to get into the business. You form your own corporation, and then you will be an agent under a registered ISO. We are responsible as the ISO for you to make sure you do all the necessary things to follow all the compliance rules and regulations of our ISO and our sponsor bank. So we make sure that you have the proper paperwork, you guys aren't laundering money. We are responsible for all those things, but you are the agent, and that is a terminology for when you guys set up your company and you go into the ATM business. So if you're thinking of starting your own profitable ATM business but didn't know where to start, stay to the end of the video and I will share with you our checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist. The 5 things you need to know to start your profitable ATM business so you can have a clear roadmap towards ATM business success. You can earn between $250 and $1,500 of passive income every single month. All right, let's get back to the video. Point number 3, SLA, contract, site agreement. This is an agreement between your company and the location. It'll spell out things of your company, the business owner, surcharge amount, surcharge split, what your hours of operation are, how are you going to provide service, when is the customer going to get paid if you're offering commission, and what the frequency of that is. It'll also say who's responsible for ATM vandalism or ATM theft or any of the challenges if somebody gets hurt on your ATM, who's responsible for it. It should also have a clause in there that is X versus Y. It should also have a term in there, how long the contract is, and if they breach the contract location, what their ramifications are in there. That's important to make sure you have that in the SLA. Point number 4, transactions or surcharge. You'll see a lot of people talk about WDs, withdrawals. What does that mean in the chats? You'll see this transaction, surcharge. This is the fee that you charge at the ATM. We call that a surcharge. When the guys are talking back and forth in chats, they're talking about WDs, withdrawals, or transactions. That is the fee. Again, when somebody goes up to your ATM, they put the card in, it charges them a fee to do the transaction. In the lingo, we talk about that as transactions or WDs, withdrawals. So if you're wondering, what is that? What are they talking about? That's what it is. It's the fee that the ATM charges the customer. And point number 5, this is a confusing one, is wireless. For everybody in the business, we call the communications that the ATM uses as a wireless device. In actuality, it's a cellular device that sits in your ATM that communicates to the network. ATMs come standard with a wire that can hook to the internet through an Ethernet cable. Back in the day, it was phone line, then we went to Ethernet line, but pretty much I would say about 90% of the business is done through a cellular network that we call a wireless device. Now, you can get 3 ways your ATM can connect right now. They can connect through hardline wired Ethernet cable that can go to a router or a switch that goes to the internet. You can connect through a cellular device that'll go into your ATM, that now what'll happen is the signal will go to cellular device, it would encrypt the message, and then it would be sent to the processor, or you can connect they have a bridge that you can sit your ATM, put a bridge on there, and then it'll go to another bridge in the location, and then that will go to the router or switch in the location. For us, we don't use that point-on-point device just because sometimes it causes intermittent problems, and we lose transactions. Personally, we don't use that. It is out there. It's just not something that we use because we have found intermittent problems on that. And when you're trying to do transactions and people are losing transactions, you don't know if it's a network or the device. So we just eliminated the guesswork and we just use the cellular device or we hardline everything. So if you're thinking about starting your own profitable ATM business, I want to invite you to our checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist, where you can make more money, spend more time with your family, and create passive income. If this is interesting to you, click the link down below and start your ATM journey today. Again, this is Phil from the ATM Mastermind Group page, where we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time.